What is going on here? Welcome back to another episode right here on Saturdays right here on the All Sports All Plays Network and also on the Sportsstatus Facebook page. This is Sportsstatus with your host Nate the Great, and I am here today with Coach Dante. First time making an appearance on not on the ASAT network, but on the show. How are things going on your side of things?
Man, things great, man. Thank you, for inviting me here, man, on the show, man. Like I say, like Nate the Great said, this ain't the only time y'all see me on ASAP, but this is my first time on Nate the Great show, and I ready to get this play-by-play started.
Yeah, as what Coach Dante said, this is going to be a play-by-play game to the Houston and Alabama college basketball team going on right now. So, to get things started off, Alabama is currently up on top, number ninth seed in the nation right now, is beating number 14th seed, the Houston Cougars, 50-46 with 16:53 left in the second half. As Faven White just made a jump shot, but how impressed have you been? How impressed have you seen with you live down in the Houston area? How impressed have you been with this Houston team?
I'm a Texas Longhorn fan, but I keep up with Houston. They're very good, man. They're scrappy. They play great defense, and they're physical, and they rebound the ball really well. That's one thing they did last year. They got second chance points. They rough you up. They're a tough, rugged team. And you got a great coach who changed the culture of that community and that program, and Kelvin Sampson, who came from the Houston Rockets, who was an assistant coach for Mike D'Antoni. He was assistant coach over there. So he got this team playing tough. This team can play some defense. They got a couple of good playmakers that can put the ball in the basket, but their defense win them a lot. They are very aggressive on defense, hands in the passing lane, and they're a very good rebounding team.
The same goes on the other side, actually. How impressed have you been for Alabama? Alabama's been a really good football school as of late. They did make the playoffs last year to the bracket, but this year they're one of two teams that actually pulled off an upset against Gonzaga, and Gonzaga is a very good regular season team. Notice I said regular season. But to be honest, how impressed have you been for Alabama?
Anytime you knock off Gonzaga, that's a pretty good win, man. Gonzaga is one of we can all agree, even though they took those two losses, they're gonna be a part of the national championship picture. You gotta expect them to be a part.
Especially since college basketball, it's way different. College basketball, you have like 70 teams making it in instead of 4, like how college football has been.
So go ahead. My bad.
There have been 3 weeks in a row. I'm just asking some general college basketball questions to you before we get the nitty and gritty. Okay. 3 weeks in a row, we have seen somebody upset a number 1 seed. Similar to what we've been seeing for college football. But I just think it's kind of crazy. I mean, who do you think is going to end up by the time the regular season hits? Who is your favorite to take that number 1 spot?
I mean, you can look. I can see Gonzaga taking their number one right back. You can definitely see that they're going to be probably a number one seed in the NCAA tournament
Mm-hmm.
when you look at it. But then again, you're going to always see this is right here. This is one thing is about fun about college basketball. You have upsets in the first round of the tournament every single year.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
yes, that's one thing when you're gonna have about college basketball. You got tournament, you got upsets every year in the first round in the tournament, whether if it's the first round, second round. But then again, I think we can agree, man. Gonzaga is gonna get that number one spot back. I won't be surprised. Kansas looked good against Missouri today. I can see them taking number one. I can see them taking number one as well. Um, University of Alabama. Alabama is up there, but I think their toughest challenge is gonna be the SEC. They're gonna play in the SEC with the Kentuckys, the Auburns, the Ole Miss. Auburn is a pretty good team. UCLA, you can see UCLA getting there too. They're the number 4 team in the nation. But Alabama really got a tough schedule. The SEC is not only tough in football; they're tough in basketball as well.
Yeah. Yes, they are.
Yeah, LSU is just not there. They probably will beat LSU. They will split with Kentucky. Auburn probably will be. They probably will split with Auburn as well. And again, SEC is going to be tough for Bama. So I think they're going to make the tournament. I can see them making like a second round push in the tournament.
And give you a quick update since giving you a quick back to a quick update here. The score right now is 48-46. ESPN's a little bit ahead. Did take a look
Yeah,
at that. It's actually 52-50 now
yeah.
than what I have on my screen. I'm just checking to make sure to see if you're ahead or behind. What's the scoreboard for your screen right now?
Right now it's 50-52.
Okay.
50 to
Okay.
52
Yeah, I'm
right now
behind
for
on my
me.
TV.
It is 50-52 for me right now. So
Um, yeah. So I'm definitely behind you. You are a little ahead on that.
yeah. You say what?
I just said you're a little bit ahead on that.
Yeah,
And
yeah, I'm ahead. I'm probably ahead of you.
yeah, I'm at 16-16 in the second half, but it does keep freezing
Yeah.
for some whatever reason.
You watching on the app?
No,
Okay.
I'm watching it on Reddit has their own like way of making sure like they're like a buffer, if that makes sense. They
Yeah.
are the Google when you go and ask for answers. They point you to sites, but they may not necessarily give you the correct answer. So I'm actually watching it on a
Yeah,
website
I
called
feel you.
Watch Tech.
Huh?
Tech. I'm watching it on a site called Tech.
Uh, I got the app called Dofu TV as well. I got the app called Dofu
Yeah, I've
TV. That's
seen
why I
some
watch
of those as
football.
well.
Yeah, I watch football on there. When I want to watch another game, I watch football. If it ain't on TV, I watch it. If it ain't on TV.
And there's a quick TV timeout according to ESPN. Uh, so, so for those that are actually watching, we don't have any comments. Those of you that are watching right now, um, on the college women's basketball side, I never met this person, but recently I found out that I am related to related, It's a little distant. Step second cousin,
Mm-hmm.
um, through somebody that's on the Colorado Buffaloes women's basketball team. It's the Boulder's women's basketball team.
Man, dude, boy, it's kind of crazy, man. I know you got a cousin in college. I know it's crazy, man. I remember I used to have a teammate that played basketball in college. I remember I used to see him in college all the time. He went to the NBA. He played for San Antonio. I think you probably familiar with his name though. You probably be familiar with his name. Then
Maybe.
Jonathan Simmons. Have you ever heard of him?
Yes.
Yeah, he from down here. He played on the same basketball team I actually played on.
Kendall Wetta. I'm related to her.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know where is he at right now. Since he left Orlando, I don't know where he been.
Okay.
Mm. Joe Mixon is kind of questionable Sunday.
Yeah.
Yeah, he questionable. Whoever got Brandon Cooks may not want to use him because he questionable.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was kind of hesitant about putting in Darren Waller.
You say
He's
what?
questionable too.
Oh, Darren Waller.
Darren Waller.
What's wrong with him? He got an ankle. Is it an ankle injury?
It was something that I don't remember. I have to look at my dad's because I have it on. It's the same fantasy league. I pull it up with my dad on my dad's league. Okay, so we did just get back out from the TV timeout, and Darius, there's been a foul made on Noah Gurley. It was foul made on, so he's probably gonna go in.
So, how do you feel about how you feel about Cortland Sutton of Burgess, man? Do you feel like he deserved his money?
He's probably yes, I do think that he is, probably one of the best wide receivers on the league in this team. He's definitely not our issue. But
what would you say? What would you say y'all main issue?
Our offensive coordinator, he needs to go. He's probably not going to last. He's after our next Kansas City Chiefs game is Jaden Shackelford just made a 3-point shot with an assist from Noah Gurley. So our offensive coordinator, he needs to go like last weekend.
Yeah.
Earlier, maybe.
He said last weekend and earlier.
Honestly, I would have just fired Pat Shermer right there after the Kansas City Chiefs game.
Yeah. So you said you probably would have fired him on the field, huh?
Yes, because I am a very big stats person. And there was one quick stat that I learned that honestly it was just it's embarrassing. The Denver Broncos are the only team in the NFL, and this has been done 29 times, but this is the only team they lost doing this stat. They are the only team to have 400 plus yards, combined yards, rushing and passing combined. Having 100 additional yardage over their opponent. And they had their time of possession was 7+ additional minutes over the Kansas City Chiefs. And there has been 29 times where a team has done that in the NFL, but Denver is the only team to do that and lose.
Yep.
Which means that Big Fangio had a good game plan in that game.
Yeah.
But they just didn't, which means Teddy Bridgewater needs to go as well. If Russell Wilson is gone, if we can't get Russell Wilson, if we can't get Aaron Rodgers or Deshaun Watson, if we can't get either one of these three quarterbacks, I wouldn't help us. It would not, but I think that our best shot, and it would be better option than Teddy Bridgewater. I don't think he's elite by any means, but I think we would have a good shot at getting Mitchell Trubisky.
No.
That's so what I would do.
What do you have? This is a big debate. A lot of people don't have Deshaun Watson in your top 5 when he's playing. What do you have him ranked?
Yeah, I would. I do.
Okay. That's all I need to know.
I do.
A lot of people don't have him in the top 5. They have him in the top 10. Some people got Herbert.
I understand the argument because Watson didn't had a losing season. But
he had just one losing season. And
it's just one losing season, though. It's just one losing season, though. And even though he may be the leader on the team, he is definitely not the only person.
Yes. And he wasn't the main thing. He wasn't the problem of the team, though. He wasn't the problem of this team. I mean, we sucked on defense. We were 29th on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, they were 29th last year. Exactly.
We sucked on that side of the football. We sucked at corner. We sucked at corner for about 11 years, though. That's the one position we never could get right is the cornerback position.
Jawan Roberts just made a layup to make it a 61-59 game. Houston actually has the lead. There's been a TV timeout. That was after the TV timeout was actually after a foul that was on Noah Gurley. So it's 61-59. And there was one particular upset that I'm not so happy about.
What?
Mainly because we're ranked. Creighton beating us today.
Who your team is?
I'm a BYU Cougars fan.
Ooh, okay.
Creighton beating us today.
Man, we got beaten by Seton Hall. Seton Hall is actually a good basketball team, though.
Yeah, that's true. And another team that actually got us, I think, our third loss of the season. And one of the teams also, they had two upsets back to back on their schedule. OU beat Arkansas today. Arkansas was 12th in the nation, 88-66. Do you think that it's time to start putting OU in there and as a ranked team?
I think anytime you beat 2 ranked teams, you should be considered a ranked team. Anytime you beat 2 great teams, the Big 12 is tough too.
I only wouldn't do it, and I just looked. Oklahoma, the Sooners only have 2 losses on the schedule, so I wouldn't do it if the BYU and Arkansas were the only 2 wins of the on their slate, but it's not. It's not. They have 8.
Bro, got a drop on him.
Yep. The Big 12 gonna be tough this year, man. It's tough every year.
Yes, it is.
Kansas, you got Baylor in the Big 12. You got Texas in the Big 12. Kansas State is good. TCU is actually a good basketball team. Texas Tech is very good. I mean, just like in football, man, Big 12 is more competitive though in basketball. And in a couple more years, Texas is going to be a very good basketball team, man. Getting head coach Chris Beard, I thought that was big for him, and drawing some transfers over here as well. That's pretty big for Texas.
So I'm looking something up real quick. It's been a little while since I looked at this team after their win last week. I covered them last week. Stanford.
Yeah.
They were the only undefeated team besides BYU. BYU had 3 losses.
Yeah.
They're the only undefeated team in the division because they had 2 more wins. They had 2 more wins than Gonzaga, as Jalen Roberts has missed a free throw. And I'm looking real quick to see about Stanford. There's
who does BYU play?
Sorry, no, BYU. I'm sorry. BYU did not lose to Oklahoma Sooners. The women's side lost to Oklahoma Sooners.
The who?
The women's side, they lost to BYU, but for women's basketball, lost to Oklahoma Sooners.
Yeah. Who BYU play in the bowl game? Who do BYU got?
UAB.
What bowl is it?
I don't remember.
It's not a US6 bowl though, right?
I don't think so.
Man.
Which, that sucks.
You think they deserve to be in it?
I used to go to church with, he wasn't, big name or anything, but I used to go to church with 2 BYU players.
Yeah.
Back when I lived in Texas, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
In Texas.
Do you feel like they deserve it? Do you feel like they deserve a New Year's Six bowl game?
Yes.
Okay. So out of all the teams in the top 10, give me some teams that you think BYU will have a chance against.
I'll have to look at the top 10, but
okay. I remember I did a game. I covered BYU this year. I covered them against Arizona State when they beat Arizona State.
I think I did too.
Yeah, I covered them. I actually did a stream. I did the game on the network, and I think was hot, and was hot at first. Arizona State was hot at first. BYU,
yeah, they were. BYU gave them their first loss of the season.
Yeah,
and then we lost 2 weeks later.
We all lost 2 weeks later.
We lost to Boise State, and then we lost to Baylor after that.
Y'all lost to Baylor? Oh, yeah. Baylor was pretty good. Baylor was pretty
Baylor's
good.
Top. I think we have a chance against Ole Miss. But other than that, I don't think we have a chance against anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Ole Miss is the only one that top 10 that I think we have a chance against, but they're not top 10 either. But actually, they are on the coaches. Sorry, they are on the AP, but on the college football playoff rankings, they're not. Utah. I mean, we beat them.
Oh, yeah, y'all beat Utah. So that's the other 2 you give them a chance against?
That doesn't make sense, though. That doesn't make any sense. How in the world they have one additional loss again? They have one additional loss this season, and how in the world are they higher ranked than us?
Yeah,
when we are one of the 3 teams to beat Utah.
Do y'all think y'all can beat Oregon? Y'all don't think y'all can beat Oregon?
I don't know. I feel like Oregon is they can do well one day, not do as great the next week.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're that kind of team. So I would go 50-50.
Mm-hmm. I never thought Oregon was that good this year, man. Even though they beat Ohio State, and that's probably the loss that kept Ohio State up out of it. That kept them up out of it pretty much in Columbus. But to get beat down by Utah both times.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether I think we can beat Oregon because Oregon's not top 10.
yeah. I mean, I think y'all could. I think BYU have a chance against Oregon. I think
we have a chance. I don't think it's going to happen.
I think they got.
I think it's 50-50. I can see it.
It's an outside shot. Y'all can probably handle.
I would say it depends on who's home.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've noticed that, I've dug deep into college basketball starting last year, but I did notice something though.
Yeah.
College basketball, they're not as great at making it from a free throw line.
No. John college basketball has always been like that. They've never been great at the free throw line. Never been great at the free throw line.
Oh, sorry. That's my bad.
You good.
Yeah, ESPN popped up one of their mini videos, which was
Yeah. I'll be getting that sometime.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed something that I think I've made a prediction when I was covering Gonzaga and Baylor. And that was missed. Gonzaga and Baylor, when I covered that game, when Gonzaga and Baylor ended up winning by 5 points, I noticed that Baylor sucked shooting from the free throw line. And I made a prediction someday that I was going to bite him in the butt. Look what happened next week.
What happened?
Baylor got their first loss. I'm sorry, no,
it wasn't. Who got beat by?
It was Duke.
Duke. Okay.
Duke got their first loss.
So Duke beat Gonzaga. Mm-hmm. In the next week, they lose to Ohio State.
Yeah, it was Ohio State. It was Ohio State.
It was Ohio State who beat them. Who beat Duke? That's who beat Duke. That's crazy.
So I didn't know if what free throws is going to kill them, but
yeah, it was just that. I mean, it's just something about that top seed. That top seed that gets you. That always will find a way to get you.
Just like Iowa at the number 2 seed in college football.
Yeah. After they beat Penn State, they were number 2, right?
When they lost to Purdue, I found out that Purdue has beat Iowa 16 times in a row, and all 16 of those times, Iowa was number 2. Iowa was number 2 the last. I said that wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Iowa has lost to Purdue at the number 6 at the number 2 seed 16 times in a row.
For real?
Mm-hmm. However, Iowa has not always played Purdue at the 2 seed like in the past several years.
Yeah. I thought, man, Iowa offense is just inconsistent. Their offense is just inconsistent, man.
I'm not a big fan of their quarterback.
Oh, Spencer Petras.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Their defense, they're good, but if you're able to, I think really what can beat Iowa is if you have a really solid run game.
Yeah. I mean, I think Michigan was just better overall, though. Mm-hmm. Not just on defense. They were just better balanced all around. They were just better all around. If Iowa was not running the football, I don't think Spencer Petras that offense just was going to be shut down.
Well, I thought he was going to go for 3, but he ended up passing the ball.
I love their running back though. I love Iowa running back. Goodson.
I do too. Is
I like the running back.
Javon Quinterly made a layup. I'm just gonna have to go off the ESPN stats because the other stuff.
Are you talking about Alabama for Alabama?
Yeah, Alabama.
I'm on commercial. I'm on commercial. Now I'm back on the
official TV timeout, so I'm on commercial as well.
Yeah. Is Tyler Goodson a senior this year?
Is Tyler
Goodson for Iowa, the running back?
I think so.
So he should be coming out of
it. I know he's pretty high up. I don't think he's a freshman or sophomore, but maybe a junior.
I won't be surprised if he come out in the draft this year. Cause we
I think he's gonna be first round. I think he's gonna be really second.
Okay.
At the very highest.
So out of these quarterbacks, who you think can be a starter? Pickett from Pittsburgh, Malik Willis. I don't know. Spencer Rattler is a stand. He's staying in college, and you got Brock Purdy. I know Brock Purdy is coming out. Sam Howell. Which one of those quarterbacks that you think have a chance to be a starter? Probably a starter. Yeah, a starter.
I don't think any of them will start the very first week.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have to go with first season,
mm-hmm.
Maybe if Atlanta drafts a guy.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta drafts a guy at quarterback. Javon Quinterly just made a jumper. They're actually Alabama's back in the lead.
Yeah, they're actually putting it on. They're actually putting it on, outplaying U of H. They're outplaying U of H right now.
I think Atlanta Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
If they draft a quarterback in the first round, I don't think that they should, but I wouldn't be mad.
So no matter what pick they are, what pick they projected right now,
I want to say I don't think they're going to be top 10,
mm-hmm.
but I don't think they're going to be. I think they're going to be in that 10 to 20 range. I follow playoff status for like playoff picture and updates and all that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they also have their own playoff picture update thing for the draft order as well.
Mm-hmm.
They project the Falcons to be. I have to look at it.
I can maybe eat 2 cheeseburgers and a cherry light. Oh yeah. What size? 44?
Oh, I'm surprised. They have it at 7. Falcons at 7. Because their record is 5-7. So.
Mm-hmm. So you think a quarterback? You think a quarterback will come down to them? Will still be right away? Mm-hmm.
I do, but that's only because Matt Ryan's age.
Okay.
And I really don't trust any of the other quarterbacks that Atlanta has. So I can see, even though I don't like the choices that Atlanta has, I wouldn't be mad if they go for a quarterback to back.
Okay.
But on the flip side, Pittsburgh does have the same problem that Atlanta does because Big Ben is retired before Matt Ryan does.
Yeah.
So, however, I can see Dwayne Haskins because of the leadership that he was under, the guy that he was under, the guy that he has mentoring him.
Yeah.
I could see Dwayne Haskins being a star in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
So I don't think Pittsburgh should draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
In the first round.
Yeah. I wouldn't be mad if we get a quarterback, to be honest. If Texans get a quarterback, I wouldn't honestly be mad. But I
don't think any quarterback should fall in the first round other than to the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah. But like this is the scenario I was coming with, because you benching Tyrod Taylor this weekend, and you know he's a free agent too, and it's a good chance we're gonna lose him. Do you really trust Davis Mills as your only starting quarterback, only QB on the roster? Do you actually trust it? But the Texans can go a variety of ways, though. They can go a variety of ways. To me, if I was the GM, I would go defensive line. I would go Thibodeau or Hutchinson. But I can't rule out the quarterback either, because it's a good chance Tyrod Taylor is going to walk. And do you really trust Davis Mills going into the next season that he can be the guy?
I can't. No.
Yeah. I don't think I could either. I agree with you. I don't think I could either.
However, I wouldn't draft a quarterback. I would draft a quarterback, yes.
I would draft in the later round. In the later round, probably the second round. Probably the second
or third round?
Yeah.
Texans are not a quarterback. They are more than a quarterback away to make a play.
That's what I'm saying. We are more than a quarter. We need a whole bunch of team needs. We need a whole bunch. We got a whole
bright spot. And I don't really know if you consider your bright spot. Your bright spot would be the defense.
Yeah. I agree. I agree. Our defense is not bad this year. Actually, when you look at them play, they're not bad. The offense is terrible. Offense is just terrible. I mean, you're losing 31-0, 40-0. That means your defense been on the field too long. Your offense haven't did nothing. Did nothing all game. So this defense doesn't even have a chance, actually. Then we just cut Zach Cunningham. I'm surprised he ain't been picked up right. Has Zach Cunningham been picked up?
I think he's still a free agent.
Okay.
Oh, I thought somebody was okay. Marcus Sasser just made a layup, so now Alabama is currently leading by 3, 70-67. And both Houston has 2 timeouts left, while Alabama has.
This game going down the stretch. This game is going down the stretch.
Marcus Sasser just made a free throw shot. One of the few that's actually been made in this game by both teams. It's really on and off. I pointed out, college basketball, they're not really good at making free throw shots.
They're not, man. They're not really good at making free throw shots either.
I can make free throw shots.
I could too. Yeah, I mean, if I don't understand. I don't understand how you can shoot threes but can't shoot free throws. That's one thing I could never.
That's a good point. That's
one thing that's one thing I could never get about Christian Wood from the Rockets. He can make threes at a high rate. He can make them at a high rate at 37%, because that's a high rate in the NBA. A 37% and 39 between that. That's a high rate, but you shooting 55% from the free throw line. How did that happen?
Jamal Shed just made a free throw shot, and that was pretty far, but. NBA, they're a little bit better about it.
Yeah.
They do miss one every once in a while, but that transition.
Yeah.
Is probably what helped some of these players make free throw shots. Honestly, to be honest, I remember elementary school. Elementary school, I was having this conversation with my PE teacher. Well, actually, it was a class discussion. And she's all, hey, free throw shots are the first things that you need to learn in order to be a great basketball player.
Yep. And this is gonna be a great game, man.
Elementary teacher said that. It's important. Like if going in being a learning in young.
Again, we mentioned APB, our friend Boo Shambi, and Chris Button.
Okay, Villanova and Bella play next week. Number 6 versus number 2. That's gonna be a good game.
Next week, I will be taking a break. I won't be doing a game next week. That's because I will be at a birthday party.
Okay.
But coming back, we'll be doing one more episode on a Saturday, but then I'll probably be moved to a Monday after that.
All right. So we started, me and my partner, Eric, we starting a mock draft Mondays, and we having Saturdays. So we gonna have every Monday. We're gonna look to have 2 special guests to come on Mondays, and pick the if you want to come on, you're definitely welcome to come on.
I do mock drafts on the show as well, but I do them through Anchor, and I do them actually kind of fun. They're funny, a little bit differently than other people have them.
Yep.
And I started this last year, didn't actually quite work out well, so I need to start them a little bit earlier. So what I did is I did them on Anchor. I don't do them live stream. I do them on Anchor. And I get 3 special guests. One team, and it's all by random pick.
Yep.
One team, you pick a number between 1 through 4. Say you get 1. And I write them down. And after you pick, like you say, you pick 1.
Okay.
And we're talking about NFC West, you would get the Rams, and then the next person would get the Cardinals all the way down.
Okay.
But you guys will cover the first round.
Okay.
Of the NFL draft. When we talk about the second round of the NFL draft, it's basically the same thing, except that there is one key difference. When we do the mock draft, they cannot use what you guys used in the first round. So none of the players that were taken in the first round of the mock draft can be used in the second.
Okay.
But it's different guests each round.
So you have them pick. You having them pick. How you doing it for their teams, or are you just doing it for all the teams? Like
one person covers each division.
Okay.
Sorry, flip that. One person covers one team in each division.
Okay.
It wasn't very successful last time, but that's because I did start it a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
I'm probably going to start doing the guest lists. I'll start doing that tomorrow, actually.
Okay. Let me know. I'll be interested.
Okay.
I'll be interested. I'm having one Monday, and then we having NFC East person coming on for the Giants and the Philadelphia Eagles. So we gonna tell them they're gonna pick their play. They're gonna pick their draft needs, and I definitely know Texas draft needs. We need everything across the board. We need offensive line. We need offensive linemen. We may gonna have to get a quarterback in the later rounds. I think we're pretty good at the receiving core, but you're gonna lose. I think you're gonna lose Brandon Cooks. Definitely gonna lose Amendola. You're definitely gonna lose him. I don't see him coming back. Maybe running back. You go after a young running back. You go after the because you just gave up Philip Lindsay. I don't see David Johnson in the future.
I made a take.
Mm-hmm.
I made a take about this. I could seriously see you guys still in one of our quarterbacks that we have now.
You say what?
I see you guys still in one of our, well, not stealing, but taking one of our quarterbacks that we have now.
Drew Lock.
Lock or Bridgewater, one of those.
Oh yeah, going to free agency wouldn't be bad though for the Texans. Going to free agency wouldn't be bad. That way you won't have to.
Bridgewater, yeah, I can see that. But I do think that you guys should definitely, go out and get protection.
Offense line. Yep.
Maybe get a couple receivers, and I don't think that would turn you guys to a playoff team, but I think that would push you up there.
I will gamble for a couple of wide receivers as well because Brandon Cooks, I think it's about time for him to go. Amendola, I can see us getting a couple receivers as well. Getting a couple receivers.
Houston has the ball. Houston now has the lead. They're up 75-73. 4 more minutes left in the first half. Now, I've turned this to be every time I go on air now, anchor recording. That's a little bit different. Do a couple of like mini games, things like that. But when I go on air, it's play by play. It doesn't matter what sport, play by play.
Yeah.
And then every breaking news, I would try to, aim towards maybe working on an article. That's the plan for the future. I will say this though, play by play, I have done one hockey game, and I've only done the reason why I've only done one hockey game is because I sucked. I sucked at it.
You did baseball? Have you did Colorado baseball?
Yes. I love doing baseball because
I can do baseball, but it's a little bit long. But I can do baseball though. I'm gonna do more baseball next time it come up though. I'm gonna do more.
So I need to figure out. I know the game. Like I can do post game shows, things like that for hockey. Play by play. I need to be better at it. Maybe I should do some play-by-play for hockey, but recording instead of being live on air. Something like that.
Was the Rockies pitching good this year? Were they pitching pretty good?
The Rockies?
Yeah.
I haven't. I need to look.
Yeah.
But we'll be honest, I haven't really looked much into the Rockies lately, but we did go out and lose John Gray to the Rangers, and he's probably going to be gone. So, yes, a player from one of my favorite teams, just still a player from another player. Anyway, I hate when it happens. I don't think that the Rangers are going to get Trevor Story.
Yeah.
That's because we're already good on shortstop. We have basically one of the best center fielders in the league now. Best center core, I should say.
Yeah. Who do you see Trevor Story going to?
What?
That was a good. You saw that play?
Yes.
That 4-point play. The 4-point play that you just saw.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I saw that. That was crazy by Alabama. By Jaden Shackelford.
Yep. This is awesome.
An assist from Jahavion Quinner.
Man, these guys, I told you, man. These guys are monsters on the boards, bro.
And now he's out there going to score more points because Taze Moore just caused a foul, and now Jaden Shackelford is out in the free throw line. So the way they just did that was crazy.
That was a good shot.
And it's basketball. It's probably one of you score a lot more points out here than any other sport other than Well, it's they not judge points, I should say. Because in marching band, it's basically about the same amount. Guys, stop it.
That dude.
But in marching band, it's the same amount, but it's a competition and it's a judge. You do go on that same range, but it's not quite that. Not quite the same. It's judged by the judges.
That dude can shoot, man. That dude Shaka can shoot. Number 13. I mean, not number. Who was that? Number 5. That dude can shoot.
And Jaden Shackelford just made another three throw.
Yep.
3, not free. 3 throw.
That's a 4-point play. Complete the 4-point play right there.
Yeah, 4-point play, but it was like it was a 3-point jumper, but for 4 points.
Yup, that he made a 4-point play. That was a critical 4-point play. That was a great 4-point play too, man.
That was farther too.
That was
farther than the first one. Looking at the ESPN score sheet.
Yeah, that was pretty far. That was pretty far that he shot there from.
Now Marcus Sassier just missed the 3.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told, I know I've never played for a team for basketball.
Yeah.
I've been told in the past that in basketball, other people watching me play, that I am a pretty good, I'm better defender than I am as a scorer.
Yeah.
I do try, unlike Ben Simmons, but I do try. I do try. But I don't always make it unless it's I don't always make the 3-point shots, but
how many
I
people
can do free throw, I can do set paint and things like that, but
how many people y'all got a part of y'all network? It seems like y'all got about 50 people.
Oh, that depends. And I say that depends because the Minds of Creativity side we haven't really worked on as much. We're pushing that back up again. As of yesterday, and as of yesterday, we have 4 people on the Minds of Creativity side.
Yeah.
But on the ASAP side, we're in like the 30s, 40s.
I knew. See,
somewhere around there.
I knew it. On y'all side, ASAP side, y'all had about 30, 40.
And there's more people in the network than there are in the group chat.
Yeah.
Because Rachel Hill, she's not in the group chat.
Yeah. But also she'll part of y'all network side though, right?
Yeah. She streams Turn the Huddle on the ASAP network.
Mm-hmm.
And same with Darren Smith. He's part of ESPN.
Yeah. You say Darren Smith from what?
Darren Smith is from ESPN, but he streams his show on ASAP.
He's a part of the network?
Yeah.
Hold on, time out.
Kansas City Chiefs reporter is part of the network.
So Freddie owned the whole network, ASAP.
Freddie is the CEO, but it's he's the CEO of the network, but it's more like an admin team that runs it.
Yeah. How y'all
like I did the production side.
Reporters and stuff. Y'all getting reporters.
That was him. That was
Freddie?
That was Freddie who got the ESPN reporter.
Freddie got us on it, man.
And her in the huddle.
Freddie got the ESPN reporter.
I will say this. There is one guy on that used to be on the network, but things happened. He used to have a baseball show with me, but because of the move and all, I decided to end it because I changed time zones because I used to live actually out here, over there in Texas,
Yeah.
DFW. But moving time zones, 2 o'clock became 12 o'clock,
Yeah.
and so I wouldn't be able to do that anymore. I wasn't free, and that didn't fit either one of our schedules. Our schedules was, didn't work out really that well.
Yeah.
So he's no longer part of the network, but he used to.
Yeah.
I used to have a minor league baseball player as a co-host on this network.
Man, Fred.
I brought him in as a guest for one show. He enjoyed it, so he sent a text to Freddie, and we started a new show on Thursdays, 2 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Freddie got the ESPN report. Oh my goodness.
He streams his show. He streams his show on ESPN.
I see
and
it.
he streams it on here too.
I'll be seeing them too. I'll be seeing them on the network too. I'll be like, dang, I'll be seeing the ESPN thing. I'll be like, Freddie got the ESPN reporter. So most of them be on a radio station or something like that.
I don't know, actually. It's a local radio station.
Yeah.
If so, but
I believe I'll be seeing Rachel Hill. I'll be seeing her on the net.
I used to run production for Rachel Hill's show, but that's another one because of the move. The time it's just I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Marcus Beer goes for 3, and he's now actually puts Houston up on the lead.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Alabama has the lead by JB Davison.
So
and Houston
who's those other two?
What?
Who's those other two that work with Rachel Hill? I think it's either 4 or 2 of them that be in our huddle.
She has different co-hosts who come on different days.
Okay.
I don't run production for that show anymore, so I can't quite tell you who they are.
Yeah.
Because it changes throughout time. And he said Marshawn Lattimore.
Yeah.
Not the Saints.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. His name
not the Saints.
I've been seeing him. In the old school dude, I've been seeing him.
Cleveland Kate.
Yep.
Is her nickname? I don't know what her actual name is. And then she's had like 2, 3 other guys. Or
is they all Cleveland? They all Cleveland, right? Is they all Cleveland?
All Cleveland. Well, yes
okay.
and no. There is one guy. I can't remember his name. He used to co-host. He actually lives out in Texas.
Yeah.
But he's an Oakland Athletics fan. And he's a California sports fan, basically. He's a Lakers fan. He's an Athletics fan. And his football team was Oakland Raiders, but it's now Las Vegas Raiders because of the whole move. I can't remember his name, though. It just left on me.
Wow.
Ooh, Houston took a timeout, but that's the last thing for me.
Yep. This gonna be a crazy call.
Oh
wow!
He
even beat up the pitcher.
Wait, he beat up the what?
Huh?
What?
You say what? That dude trying to beat up the official.
Wow.
Hey, watch the ending of it. Watch the ending of it. Because it looked like he smacked the ball off the rim. And
unfortunately, my stream thing is reloading. Wow.
Wow, bro. Because he slapped.
Oh my gosh.
Because the officials didn't look at the replay. They just ran the body out. That dude started running out after trying to beat up the official. Let me see. Oh,
Oh
nah, I
my
think he
gosh.
got it. I don't think he slapped it off the rim.
Anyway, Alabama, that was a crazy. Wow, just
That's what
perfect
tried to go
timing.
beat up the official.
Alabama has finished off. They pulled off the W, and Houston gets their second loss of the season. Final score is 83-82. Alabama wins. I'm trying to see. Do we have any comments? No. Last week was buzzing with Twitch comments, but nothing this week. So thank you for coming on, especially at the end. But that was a crazy call.
That was a crazy call too, bro. He tried to go get the referee.
I'm probably gonna have to come back and look at it. Any final thoughts?
Oh man, that's what tried to go get him too.
Before we give this a close. Any final thoughts before we close this out?
Yeah. That boy tried to go get the referee. He tried to go get him. And his teammates was holding him back.
Jeez.
His teammate was holding it. Number four from U of H. His teammate was holding that man back.
Wow. Players of the game actually. So Marcus Sasser, I'm probably butchering his name, but anyway, he had 22 points in this game.
Okay. Yep.
He was actually 23, and he was the only 20-point scorer for both teams. Because Alabama, Jawan Gary,
yep,
he had the highest with 19. I'm wondering if Marcus Sasser had the ball a little bit less, would they have ended up winning?
Marcus Sasser done a good job tonight, man. He done a great job.
I agree. He was the MVP for both teams. I'm just saying that if they spread the ball out a little bit more, and I'm not saying that's taken away from his talent.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that if they spread the ball out between players a little bit more and just instead of relying it all on Sasser, would the score be different? Would we expect a different outcome?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really my only take that I had. Other than those guys are just terrible at showing.
Yeah.
I would probably be better at throwing from the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Three-point line.
Oh my goodness.
And I am still laughing.
Hey man, that man tried to go get the referee
about what happened to
Duke.
About the call I made in the Gonzaga game, Gonzaga and Duke game, and 1 week later, Duke ends up losing, and it's not even against a ranked team.
That's tough. They lost. They lost. They lost to Ohio State. They weren't even ranked at that point in time. Ohio State. They came in today against Wisconsin, number 21.
Is Ohio State ranked now?
Yeah, they number 21. They beat Wisconsin. They beat Wisconsin today. Who was number 13? Wisconsin, I believe, was 13.
So they've had 2 upsets on their schedule. I don't think BYU is going to be ranked after this week, after their loss to Creighton today. But now this leaves me with one last question, especially since Alabama is one of those teams that beat them. do you think that with college basketball, I guess, Gonzaga has 2 losses. BYU also has 2 losses. Do you think that Gonzaga should be lower than what they are?
What number Gonzaga is?
I think they're very bottom of top 10, but I have to pull up the rankings again.
I think they should. I think they actually should be higher. I think they have it because again, they're gonna be in a national championship run. They're gonna be in the Final Four. They're gonna be in the Final Four area. I mean, they're not gonna lose too many games, especially not in their conference. I think they're gonna steamroll through their conference, man. I think Gonzaga's gonna steamroll through their conference.
Unfortunately,
I think they're gonna steamroll through that.
Unfortunately, I think they are too. Especially rooting for a team that's in their conference.
Yep.
And especially rooting for a team that's in their conference, but I'm also living in their state. I think that's going to happen. Anyway, it's about time to wrap this up. Thank you again, Coach Dante, for hopping on.
For having me on, man.
Next week, there will be no show because of a birthday party. But a week after that, expect now I haven't come up with the game. You'll find out more details later.
Okay.
I will do another college basketball game, probably men's side this time. Depending on time and everything, I'll probably be doing another college men's basketball game. Hopefully, try to get some on the other side, the women's side.
Okay.
Do some of their games, but that's only if I have enough time because the women's games they end earlier than the men's.
Yeah.
So this has been Nathan the Great and Coach Dante signing out, and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
See y'all guys.